On Eve of Buddha Purnima, biggest Buddhist religious festival, President Muhammad Abdul Hamid urges all, irrespective of religion and political bias, to maintain harmony and work for a country's development. Government can do nothing to release Begum Zia, punished by court, says Ubaidul Qadir. North Korea nuclear test site closed down in May. And 37th National Sub-Junior Chess Championship starts in the capital. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to News at 10 on BTV, BTV World and BTV Chattogram Center. This is Shoma. Welcome you all.
And this is Imtiaz Ahmed Siddiqui welcoming you once again. You just heard the headlines from Shoma. Now I move on with the details of those and other stories. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina is now on her way home from Sydney, wrapping up her three-day official visit to Australia to join the Global Summit of Women. A Thai Airways flight carrying the Prime Minister and her entourage members departed Kingsford Smith International Airport, Sydney, for Dhaka this afternoon, local time. The flight is expected to land at Hazrat Shah Jalal International Airport at 12:50 a.m. In the summit, the Prime Minister was conferred on the prestigious Global Women's Leadership Award 2018. During her visit, the Premier held a meeting with her Australian counterpart, Malcolm Turnbull. Sheikh Hasina also visited Western Sydney University and joined a community event. President Muhammad Abdul Hamid has urged all, irrespective of party affiliation, opinion and religious belief, to play a due role in the national development, upholding the country's existing communal harmony and tradition. The President made the call while exchanging greetings with members of the Buddhist community at Bongo Bhavan on the occasion of Buddha Purnima today. The President said Bangladesh is a country of communal harmony. He said in Bangladesh, the people of all religions perform their respective religious rituals freely. President Muhammad Abdul Hamid and his wife Rashida Khanum hosted the reception for Buddhist community. They welcomed the guests and exchanged greetings with them. Religious Affairs Minister Principal Muti Rahman and secretaries to the President were present on the occasion. Buddhist religious personalities and leaders of the community, high commissioners and ambassadors of different countries, distinguished personalities from various professions of the Buddhist community and high civil and military officials attended the reception. On the occasion of Buddha Purnima, Buddha Krishti Prachar Sangho arranged a discussion meeting on the significance of Buddha Purnima in Dhaka today. Sangho Nayak Shraddhananda Mahathero presided over the function, while Information Minister Hasanul Haq Inu was present as the chief guest. The Information Minister said Gautam Buddha brought people from darkness to enlightenment by preaching non-violence and the message of peace. He emphasized resisting the religious impostors. Former Industries Minister Dilip Borua also spoke on the occasion.
Awami League General Secretary and Road Transport and British Minister Batul Khader has said BNP chairperson Begum Khalida Zia is being given treatment following the jail court. The minister was addressing the annual council of Dhaka University unit of Bangladesh Chhatra League at Teachers Student Centre TSA Auditorium in Dhaka today. Chhatra League Dhaka University Unit President Abid Al-Hassan presided over the function. Among others, General Secretary of Dhaka University Unit Motahar Hussain Prince, Bangladesh Chhatra League President Muhammad Saifur Rahman Shohag, and General Secretary S.M. Zakir Hussain, Organizing Secretary of Awami League AKM Enamul Haq Shamim, and Joint General Secretary Jahangir Kobinanuk spoke. Batul Khader said the government did not send the BNP chairperson to jail. It will also not be able to free her from the confinement. He said Tariq Rahman had gone abroad in the name of receiving treatment by giving deponent that he would not do politics. He said BNP tried to catch fish in the troubled water over students' quota reform movement. Batul Khader urged the Chhatra League leaders to elect new leadership through the council, who will work for Awami League to ensure victory in the next general polls. The United Nations Security Council will work with utmost sincerity to solve the Rohingya crisis, including safe repatriation. China and Russia will also play a constructive role to settle the crisis. The members of the UN Security Council said this while visiting Kutupalong camp in Cox's Bazar today. Here is a report by Jahid Sarwar Sohel.
A 15-member delegation led by Security Council Chief Gustavo Adolfo Major Chuadra visited the Rohingyas who are staying at zero line of Timbro border of Nakhon. Later, the delegation came to the Kutupalong camp after visiting the Monergola camp of Balukali. During the visit, they have a discussion with Rohingyas. Later in a press conference, the leader of the delegation praised Bangladesh for giving shelter to the Rohingyas and expressed his optimism that the Security Council will work together so that they can return home voluntarily and safely.
The returning in a safe and voluntary basis for the refugees, we thank the commitment of the government of Bangladesh of continuing supporting them with the support of the international community.
In response of a reporter's question, China's delegation said there is a strong relationship between Bangladesh and China, and his country is playing the constructive role for the diplomatic solution of the crisis.
China and Bangladesh, we enjoy very good traditional family relations. We understand the concern. We try our best to facilitate the diplomatic solution of this issue.
On the other hand, Russian representatives said Russia will help Security Council to resolve the issue through strengthening bilateral relations between Bangladesh and Myanmar.
The issue is still for us to promote bilateral ways to resolve this issue. We will try to convince both governments, government of Bangladesh and the government of Myanmar, to engage in constructive negotiations, discussions, and here we will have to do our best to discuss this issue and to find solutions in the Security Council.
For the first time, the UN Security Council's high-level delegation have visited Rohingya camp. Having had to leave their ancestral homes and belongings behind, these Myanmar nationals are returning to their country of origin with honor and dignity. But when? This is the questions of many Rohingyas to the world community. Jatara Suhal, Bangladesh Television, Kutupalong, Ukia, Cox's Bazar.
And now news from around the world. North Korea's nuclear test site will close in May, the South Korean President's office has said. A spokesman said the closure of the Pyongyang site would be done in public and foreign experts from South Korea and the US would be invited to watch. Scientists have said the site may have partially collapsed in September. On Friday, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un and South Korean President Moon Jae-in agreed to work to rid the Korean peninsula of nuclear weapons. Their summit came after months of warlike rhetoric from the north. On Saturday, US President Donald Trump said he would likely to hold talks with the North Korean leadership over the next 3 or 4 weeks about the denuclearization of the peninsula. An airstrike on Yemen's capital by a Saudi-led military coalition has killed dozens of Houthi rebels, including 2 commanders. Saudi state-owned news channel Al Akhbariya said more than 50 rebels were killed in an overnight attack on a Houthi Interior Ministry building, including 2 high-ranking rebels. A police building adjacent to the Houthi-controlled ministry was also struck. The Houthis confirmed an air raid on Sana'a but gave no details. Meanwhile, Saudi air defenses reportedly intercepted 4 missiles fired by Houthi rebels at Saudi's southern Jazan province near the border with Yemen. The rebels launched 8 ballistic missiles towards Jazan aimed at economic and vital targets, the Houthi-run state news agency Sabah reported. The campaign by the coalition against the Houthis has been more than 16,000 air raids launched across the country since March 26, 2015.
Industrial Minister Amir Hossain Ammo has said daughter of Bangabandhu Sheikh Hasina needs to be re-elected to continue development of country. He was speaking at a views exchange meeting with the grassroots rebel leadership of Awami League at the Dubdubia Union Women College Ground under Nomchutia Upazila in Chalukati today. Presided over by Mahmoud Shorab Hussain Babul Medha, the meeting was also addressed among others by District Council Chairman Shordan Muhammad Shah Alam, District Awami League General Secretary Khan Saifullah Paneer. Amir Hossain Ammo said after completion of Porta Bridge and Pyra Seaport, country's southern region will turn into South Asia's biggest commercial hub. Shipping Minister Shahjahan Khan has said development of land, river and seaports will expedite building of a developed Bangladesh by 2041. The minister was speaking at the inaugural session of a seminar titled Addressing Land Port Issues for Better Indo-Bangla Trade at a local hotel in the capital today. India-Bangladesh Chamber of Commerce and Industry IBCCI organized the day-long seminar. Presided over by IBCCI President Abdul Matlub Ahmed, the seminar was also addressed by Acting Indian High Commissioner in Dhaka, Adarsh Walker, former Bangladeshi High Commissioner to India, Tariq Karim, among others. The minister said after coming power in 2009, the Awami League government increased the number of land ports to 23 from 12. Shahjahan Khan said the government is adopting programs to establish infrastructures and modernizing all the land ports in the country by 2030 to achieve the targets of sustainable development goals. Deputy Speaker of the Parliament, Fazlur Rabinia, has said the country's growth rate increased remarkably under the leadership of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. He said the government is working to make the growth sustainable by maintaining good relations with the friendly countries. The Deputy Speaker said this while addressing a function of Bangladesh-Nepal Friendship Society in the capital today. Nepal Ambassador to Bangladesh, Professor Shoplal Boshal, among others, was present on the occasion. Later, a number of eminent personalities from different sectors were honored for their significant contributions in respective fields.
And now, sports news. The The 37th National Sub-Junior Open and Girls Chess Championship 2018 started at the National Sports Council in the capital today. General Secretary of Asian Chess Federation Hisham Al-Tahir inaugurated the tournament. Vice President of Bangladesh Chess Federation Ghazi Saiful Tariq, General Secretary Syed Shahabuddin Shamim and Tournament Committee's Chairman K.M. Shahidullah were also present on the occasion. A total of 91 players from 32 districts and Dhaka city are participating in the open group. A total of 39 girls from Dhaka city and 22 districts are participating in the girls section. To end the bulletin, headlines once again. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina on way home, wrapping up 3-day official visit to Australia. Eve of Buddha Purnima, biggest Buddhist religious festival, President Muhammad Abdul Hamid urges all, irrespective of religion and political bias, to maintain harmony and work for country's development. Government can do nothing to release Begum Zia, punished by court, says Obaidul Qadir. North Korean nuclear test site to close down in May. And 37th National Sub-Junior Chess Championship starts in the capital.
And that is all from the news for the moment. Thank you for staying with us, and we invite you to watch our 11:30 Bangla News. Until then, Khuda Hafiz.